energy and storage. I see spinning the globe, my fingertip itch. If I could pluck the earthquake hit, look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond, Godzilla with a boot on. I step into your lawn, turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed, need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies in the top pick, gotta pick fleas. Sit back, better breathe deep. Look around and they looking at me. 10 toes still never defeat. Push button never needed a key. I see they ain't ready for me. Hot boy still 100 degrees. I cross eyes and I dotted the T's. E&D till I leave in peace.
Just to kind of maintain focus. We'll get into the keys here in a little bit, but I think that's the main thing going into this game is just for them to maintain focus. And
yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're off to a really good start. Galion, on the other hand, at 1-6, 1-4 in the conference. They're struggling a little bit. You know, they lost a lot from last season with Cooper Kent and Elijah Chafin, so you could say it's a rebuilding year for Galion.
Yeah, Galion's last 3 games, they lost to Ontario 79-47. They did beat Highland for their first win of the year at 53-47, but also lost to Pleasant 49-43. They are led by head coach Tyler Sanders. This is his second year here at Galion, coming over from Crestline. They got the big win over Highland, so they got that first conference win and first regular season win under their belt this season. How can they build upon that? We shall see.
Yeah, I think, you know, Tyler, we're being honest, and he usually is when you talk to him, he would say this is a little bit of a rebuilding year for the Galion Tigers.
And now on the other side of things, River Valley with that 6-1 record, led by head coach Rodney Brown. They are out of the Mid-Ohio Athletic Conference as well, obviously, with a 3-1 conference record, 6-1 overall.
You look at that second game on that list, and that's the one that jumps out at you. They beat Shelby 94-64. I think that opened up eyes all across North Central Ohio. At least it did for me, because this was a pretty good Shelby team from a year ago. Yeah, they lost players as well. But when you looked at that score, you're like, wow, River Valley is for real. And you got to remember, last year River Valley made it to the D2 District Championship game. So this is a team with a lot of weapons returning.
Yeah, and one of the main ones returning is Carter Myers, a freshman a year ago, so a sophomore this year. His brother, Carson Myers, obviously a big name here in River Valley basketball lore. But Carter, the shooting guard, with 12.8 points per game, 6.7 rebounds, 1 block. He leads the team in all 3 of those categories. And, you know, what stands out to me is, yeah, his stats come off the chart here for River Valley, but just the distribution of scoring.
Look at the balance. Eli Snyder, 9.3 points per game. Chase Ebert, you know, Sawyer Weston, all these guys are averaging between 8, 10, 11, 12 points a game pretty much. So, yeah, Myers is kind of the catalyst, but they've got a ton of weapons that can hurt you.
And there is Carter Myers in the corner. Obviously, that length, you can see that's why he averages that 1 block a game for River Valley, and that's a big key to their success so far this season.
I think when we go back to talking about some of the keys, you know, even for Galion.
Go ahead and talk about those keys.
You've got to slow them down a little bit, because River Valley will flat out get up and down the court. They've got tons of weapons. Galion is a young basketball team. If River Valley gets on one of their patented runs, and we saw it here, I think last year, Jared, when we did a game, I mean, they can blow the score open in a hurry. So I think if you're Tyler Sanders, you want to slow this thing down a little bit.
Now for River Valley.
For River Valley, we just kind of touched on it. Distribute the ball. They've got 4 or 5 guys, several guys coming off the bench that can score. And I think the other thing is, on paper, they've got the much better record. They're at the top of the league. Guy's at the bottom. But don't look past them because
they looked past Pleasant a couple weeks ago.
They've got a big game coming up on Saturday against Bishop Watterson, and they don't want to get caught looking ahead. They got to take care of business tonight.
All right, so we'll take a timeout for the national anthem. When we come back, you will listen to high school basketball here on WQEL and watch on the OH Report.
How bad was that?
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Whitford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
The Galion Tigers set to tip off here. in just a couple of moments, and we'll go ahead and give tonight's starting lineups first for the visiting Galion Tigers. A 6-foot sophomore guard, number 1, Jamison Glue. A 6'2 sophomore forward, number 2, Dominic Capretta. A 6'3 sophomore, number 15, Christian Bear. A 6'2 senior forward, number 23, Quinn Miller. And a 6-foot senior forward, number 24, Max Albert. And just jumping off the page there, Anthony, not a lot returning from a year ago for head coach Tyler Sanders and company. They come in with that record of 1-6.
No, Capretta and Glue are sophomores. Bear's also a sophomore. The two names that we recognize are Quinn Miller and Max Albert, both seniors.
Dominic Capretta
and Dominic,
leads the team.
They played some supporting roles last year, but as we mentioned, they lost Elijah Chafin and they lost Cooper Kent. That was about 60 or 70% of their offense.
For the River Valley Vikings, led by head coach Rodney Brown, a 6'5 senior, number 0, Owen Osting, a 6'2 senior, number 1, Sawyer Weston, a 6'1 senior, number 4, Chase Ebert, a 6-foot junior, number 5, Chase Smith, and a 6'5 sophomore, number 11, Carter Myers.
Here we go.
Myers and Bear tip off, and it will go to the Vikings working right to left. It is River Valley coming out in the home whites with the Columbia Blue. We'll have a kick ball here on the first possession. Columbia Blue, Vikings across the chest with the navy blue numbers. Galion in the all blues with the orange numbers, white trim. And Galion across the chest. It'll be Myers taking the handoff here from Ebert, passes it back to Weston, center of the floor, driving right of the lane, kicks it over to Smith. Smith, left of the lane, over to Ebert, left point. One-handed pass over to Carter Myers, now dumps it down on the block to Osting, stops on the block, kicks it back out to Weston on the right point. Weston driving right of the lane, stops, turns, 10-footer for Sawyer Weston is off the mark. And clearing it out here is Capretta for Galion, and then a turnover right off the bat. Smith with the steal here for the Vikings. And now a turnover by River Valley as Ebert throws it away. Miller with the steal here for Galion. They'll pull it back out, set up the offense. And right at the logo here is Glue. Passes right wing over to Miller. Miller to Capretta, top of the key. Capretta spins around. Backdoor pass isn't there to Miller. He'll hand it off here to Glue. Swings it right corner. This is Miller. A 3. Off the heel, no good. And ball falls into the lap here of Smith for River Valley. And right ahead to Myers, who lays it in from the left of the rim. A quick 2-0 lead here for the Vikings. Smith to Myers. With 6.5 to play here in the opening quarter. It's Capretta getting the screen from Bear. Pick and roll not there. Stops on the right point. After he picked up his dribble, still looking. Close to a 5-second call. He'll finally get it. Carter Myers on defense. The length and athleticism from Carter Myers caused that turnover, Anthony.
Yeah, right away you see the ball pressure. You see, the experience of River Valley kind of showing up early in that 2 turnovers for Galion to start off the game.
It'll be Weston, right wing, swings it over to Myers on the left wing, skips it over, right wing to Smith, guns a 3, off the front end, no good. Flying up, Osting gets the offensive rebound. Osting, turnaround, Jay, got it and the foul.
He's a big fella in there, Jared. I don't think they have anybody that physically matches up with him, size and bulk-wise. That could be a real difference. Galion's not a real big team, neither is River Valley, except for the height of Myers and the overall size of Osting. So
Osting a 66.7% free throw shooter, and he'll drill the one and only free throw to make this a 5-0 lead for River Valley. Here in the opening quarter, 6 minutes to play. Glue gets across the timeline here on Sawyer Weston, right at the Viking logo, hands it back out here to Albert. Now back in the corner, Glue, a 3 from the corner. So a big-time answer there from Jamison Glue.
Yeah.
And obviously, Stephen Glue a year ago, a big part of this Galion Tiger team. And here's Weston up the middle of the floor, lays it up and in. And the thing is, Anthony, River Valley can score in a hurry.
Yes, they can.
7-3 Vikings with the lead. It's Capretta walking it up the right side of the floor across the timeline. Now left of the lane, Capretta picked up here by Myers on the block, has it poked away from Smith into the hands here of Carter Myers. Quickly ahead to Sawyer Weston, right of the lane, up and in, and the foul. So quickly,
And we said at the beginning,
4 turnovers.
you know, it can get away from you when you help them with turnovers. That doesn't make it any easier for Galion. Coach Sanders with his orange Galion pullover there talking to the official. But
Free throw from Weston is through. He's got 5, and it's 10-3 Vikings with 5:15 left here in the opening quarter. Capretta gets a screen from Bear. He's picked up here defensively by Eli Snyder, fresh into the game. Now passes over to Glue, left wing. Glue gets a screen from Bear again, head of the key, stops, passes over in the corner. This is Capretta. Has it bounced for a second. Now works his way to the right point. Capretta hands it back to Glue on the right wing. Swings it left lane over to Bear. Bear turns faces, drives middle of the lane, jump stop, and misses off the left side. Backside rebound, no good there from Max Albert. And then clearing it out here for River Valley is Eli Snyder, and then they'll turn it over as they throw it into the front court. Picked up here by Jamison Glue. Working coast to coast, lays it in from right side. Jamison Glue, Coach Sanders wants a timeout. We'll take one as well. 10-5, River Valley on top. 4:37 to play. You listen to high school basketball here on WQEL and watching on the OH Report. More alongside Anthony Conchel. Anthony, quick start for River Valley, doubling up Galion so far with that 10-5 advantage.
yeah, turnovers and just the overall quickness and defensive pressure of River Valley. Going to make it tough for Galion unless they can take better care of the ball and get some good shots.
It'll be Ebert over to Smith, tries a 3 and drills it. Off the feed from Chase Ebert. And that's one thing about Chase Ebert is he is a facilitator.
Yes, he is.
For this basketball team. He's the quarterback for the football team. Now a 3. Try to answer from the corner is Glue. Can't connect. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by River Valley. But obviously the quarterback on the basketball team.
Yeah, and the only thing is the problem with River Valley or with Galion taking those threes, if you miss and River Valley's going to get off the glass and they're going to run. So I'm not saying not to shoot the 3, but might be
you got to know that you're going to make them.
Yeah, you got to make them or you got to figure something else out or you're going to get into a track meet in a hurry and you won't win it.
And River Valley is going to win this track meet as Chase Smith takes the steal, lays it up and in. Now he's got a quick 5. He's got 2 steals as well.
He's a first quarter highlight reel just on his own, but
15-5. Jamison Glue splits the defense, leaves it too
nice
strong
follow.
off the glass, but a follow-up up and in from Max Albert with the offensive putback.
Yeah, very nice.
15-7. Now Carter Myers tries a 3 and an out for Myers. And the rebound comes down to Glue here for Galion. Quickly working it ahead to Albert. Albert, left block, spins around, bounces it back out. This is Capretta on the right point. Stops top of the key, picks up his dribble. Now turns, throws it into the hands of Carter Myers. Look out, folks. Carter Myers up and floats it up and in. Just a balance from Carter Myers. Able to contain and lay it in.
Yeah, very athletic steal and basket and back to a 10-point lead.
And the one thing for Carter Myers, he's not afraid to throw it down in traffic, Anthony.
Yep.
Max Albert leaves it short on a jumper. Ball tipped around and into the hands here of Sawyer Weston. Working the other way, coast to coast, off the glass, too strong. And Galion gets it off the rebound. This is Capretta working the other way, and he's too strong on the other end. Kind of a little bit sloppy here on the last couple of possessions, but the alley-oop is up and in for Eli Snyder. Is that from Chase Smith?
Yes,
I believe
is.
it was. That's his second assist. And it's 19-7, River Valley on top with 2:15 to play here in the opening quarter. Glue slows it up offensively. Now Glue driving right of the lane, too strong off the glass, but looks like he's fouled, and he'll head to the line. Anthony, one of your pregame keys was for Galion to slow it down. So far, it doesn't seem like they've done that.
Yeah, and I know that's probably not what Tyler wants to do, but it may be what they have to do for Galion.
You can't get in a score.
Yeah, you get into this run and shoot. But like we said, I mean, this is a team that we said put up 94 points against Shelby. So, I mean, that tells you right there. they can score points. So.
And that's not the first time they've scored over 90 this year either.
No, they're averaging, I think we said 60-some or 65 or so points per game. Glue with a second shot. It's off the mark. Rebound by River Valley by Snyder. A couple of rebounds for him.
Yep, a couple of missed free throws for
Yep.
Galion as well.
And that's another thing. If you're going to get free throws, you got to make them count against River Valley.
Nice inside pass to Hudson Pollock, who is fouled. The All-State soccer player, the All-State field goal kicker, Anthony.
Yes, quite a leg. We'll see what he can do with the arm and the shot, because I don't think he can kick it into the basket. I don't think that'll count. Because if he could, they could really have another weapon. But quite a kicker, quite a career he's had.
First free throw, got it.
Nice touch there by Hudson Pollock.
River Valley 3 for 3 in the free throw department. Galion 0 for 2.
Rob McCurdy, who's covered high school sports for 35 years, says Hudson Pollock is the best high school kicker he's ever seen.
He's seen a lot of them. Second free
good
throw
enough
miss.
for me.
And a heck of a soccer player, too, Anthony.
No doubt.
Yeah, not a bad basketball player either.
No. On a lot of teams, he probably would,
Probably start.
Maybe have an increased
yeah.
role or. But there's so much talent and depth on this River Valley team that, a kid like that is, a nice role player coming off the bench. But I've got Galion with 6 turnovers unofficially, so.
It'll be Miller on the left side of the floor. 1:40 left here in the first.
Miller,
River Valley leading 20-7.
Miller did a nice job for them last year in the few games that I saw, so they may rely on his experience, him and Max.
More of a complimentary piece last year,
well,
but this year he's kind of the main guy.
They had to be, they had...
a nice backdoor pass to Albert, who lays it up and in from the right side, and it's 20-9 Vikings.
Yeah, they had Chafin and Cooper Kent.
And a deep three in and out here for Chase Smith. And there's Bayer to come down with that rebound defensively for Galion. Quickly up the floor. They'll hand it back here to Weston Clark. He gives it to Miller. 55 seconds remain here in the opening quarter.
I think Chase shot that from Waldo.
Now it was the north side of the gym.
Well, okay, Martell.
Sawyer Weston, a long rebound, quickly outlet pass to Chase Smith up and in. That's the thing. They're always looking ahead up the floor.
Yep.
And Sawyer Weston with the quick defensive rebound and then the outlet pass, and Smith was already running. 22-9.
That's also the unselfish aspect. Any of these kids probably average 20, 25 points a game if they wanted to.
You talk about the distribution, though. And Coach Sanders takes a timeout quickly. We'll take one as well. 18 seconds remain here in the first quarter. It's River Valley 22, Galion 9. You're listening to high school basketball here on WQEL and watching on the OH Report.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Winford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
River Valley leading Galion here with 18 seconds left in the first quarter.
We've got young Viking fans dancing in the aisles here. They're so excited. We're firmly ensconced in the River Valley bleacher section.
Nice crowd here for a Thursday night.
Sure is. One of the few games in the area, Jared, really.
I know rolling into the parking lot was not very easy, but they're also redoing the roof here at the high school, so a lot of traffic on that end. 9 seconds left here in the quarter. 22-9. Galion lead or trailing, and then a scoop shot, no good. 3 seconds. Picked up by River Valley. Weston just inside a half court, lets it fly off the backboard, no good. And that takes us to the end of the first quarter, where River Valley has a 22-9 lead on top of Galion. Stay tuned. You're listening to high school basketball here on WQEL and watching on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Whitford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
Brant Walker. So a host here of new Galion Tigers, and letting go of a three was Walker from the left wing. Misses quickly. They'll get it up the floor. Does River Valley. Chase Siebert, right wing, guns a three. Got it.
Ebert's first one of the night. A lot of pressure here by River Valley, Jared. Galion breaks it.
Looking to really break this thing open. You know, if they could get some turnovers. You see the quick transition up the floor, Anthony. Bear almost walks with it, almost has it stripped. A dive out of bounds here by Myers.
They're so active, their hands, their feet, they're moving, they're trapping. Don't want to say Galion is kind of standing still, but it almost looks like they are because because River Valley is moving so quickly and everybody just, kind of nonstop.
They'll lob it in. And picking it up in the backcourt here.
Oh, my.
And stepping on the side is Tench.
Turnover number 7. First one of the quarter.
Unforced one in the stat sheet, but also Chase Ebert with some tight defense.
Not to keep repeating it, but, turnovers are going to kill you when you play a really talented team like this.
And this is the part of the game, Anthony, where River Valley likes to, this is where they extend the lead. So if you don't hang around now.
Yep.
Which another pass inside by Chase Smith. He is also a facilitator. Gets it to Luke Axline, who lays it in. 25-9. River Valley on top. Actually, it's 27-9, I think.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, 27-9. Make it 27-11. As Tench lays it in. Now a three ball from Chase Smith in the corner. He misses. And now Quinn Miller with the rebound for Galion. Slows it up at the volleyball
5-3
line.
attempts for Smith by my count.
Blue on the drive-by, and he's off the glass and in. 5 points for Glue, 27-13. They lob it inside. Myers off the glass, no good. He hung up in the air, lays it off the glass. It's a foul, though.
Maybe
Carter Myers to the free throw line.
Maybe Galion heard you when you said this is, when River Valley can extend the lead. This is where Galion needs to get a few stops, keep it within a 10 or 12-point cushion, and not let it get away from them before halftime.
Myers at the free throw line, and the first one is good. It's probably not much longer until Carter probably has some colleges looking at him, if they haven't started already. Even though he's just a sophomore.
Yeah, 6'5", playing the way he has, I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Second one is good. He's got 6, 28, 9-13. And the thing is, Weston, Ebert, Osting, they're all seniors, so they're all gone after this year. So somebody's going to have to be the main scorer, and it's probably going to be him.
I don't think there's much doubt.
And leaving it short here is Tench. There's Chase Ebert to rip it down here for the Vikings. Working the other way with Chase Smith, driving left of the lane, scoops it up and in. And he's fouled as well. That is what, the third or fourth and one opportunity for River Valley.
Yeah. Galion is just a half a step behind.
Yeah.
So you're getting the foul just as, the shot's going up, and that.
I'd say, and then River Valley's able to muscle it up.
Yeah.
So Chase Smith, he's got 9. Make it 10.
And right away, now it's a 19-point lead just like that.
5:37 to play here in the first half. Miller works his way on the right point. Steps back, passes over to Capretta. Capretta at the block, spins around. Passes into the corner. This is Tench. Tench, middle of the lane. Back out to Brant Walker. Back to Capretta. Head of the key, driving right of the lane. Goes up and didn't get the bounce, but it's into the hands here of Glue. Step back three for Glue, no good. It'll be Ebert, head of the key, driving right of the lane. Ebert passes into the corner. This is Weston driving, and off the glass, he's too strong, is Weston. And it's hauled in here by Brant Walker. Ahead to Miller, into the corner. Glue tries a three again. Too strong. Backside offensive rebound here by Capretta, and Capretta has it knocked out of his hands out of bounds. Galion is getting second chance opportunities.
Yeah, Glue and Capretta are doing a nice job trying to hit the offensive glass, but you got to put them back. You're not going to get a bunch of second chance opportunities against River Valley.
Colton Flynn into the game, behind the back working on Smith. Tight defense here by Chase Smith. Stops at the head of the key, picks up his dribble, and then a reach-in foul here against the Vikings. And it will go against Chase Smith, his first foul. Team's first as well. Capretta to inbound it from the far side. Now it'll be Miller in the front court here for Galion. Miller working on Smith. High on the left, now works his way to the right side of the floor, driving right in the lane, off the glass, rises up and drills it off the glass for Quinn Miller. His first 2 points tonight, 32-15, River Valley. Now Chase Smith, 10-footer, too strong. Backside offensive rebound by Osteen, throws it inside to Weston. Weston gets out of the traffic inside. Passes over to Myers on the block. Did a nice job of adjusting, but left it off the front side of the rim. Capretta with the rebound here for Galion. Capretta has been held scoreless so far.
Yeah.
He averages over 12 points a game. In fact, the only one in double figures for Galion, averaging offensively.
Yeah, I think so.
Next closest would be Quinn Miller with 7.7 points per game. It'll be Capretta, spins, almost has it stripped, but a nice move inside, spins around, can't get it to fall. Smith rips it out of there defensively here for the Vikings. Quickly ahead to Weston, tries a three, airballs it. And a backside rebound here to Colton Flynn for Galion. 32-15, River Valley on top, 3:12 to go here in the first half. Flynn passes over to Albert on the left wing, driving Albert, and he's bumped and fouled here by Carter Myers.
Okay. First on Myers, and I don't think it was a really egregious foul, but no hip contact.
So they'll inbound it. That's the second foul here.
Coach Rodney Brown having a little chat with the young fella.
Ooh, Capretta over and back.
That's the second time they've had a difficulty getting that up across there, and that's 9 turnovers for the Galion Tigers. And Coach Sanders just kind of has that look on his face like, come on, fellas, we gotta do a little better than that.
32-15, 3 minutes to play here in the first. Smith skips it over to Osteen, back out head of the key to Weston. Weston driving, and that's, oh, are you kidding me?
Well,
that's a little soft.
Okay.
Just the third turnover for River Valley.
Yeah, and that was, I'm just going to say questionable. Not that it's going to make a huge difference.
Looks like the Jeremiah Smith offensive pass interference in the regular season against Oregon. No comment?
No comment. There's so much interference in football, you call it on every play. It's ridiculous what they do.
2:44. I got to stop touching stuff over here.
Yeah, no
Laying it up and in. That was Flynn with his first two.
Yeah, Flynn with a little spark.
Osting blocked out of the gym by Capretta. But then he turns it over into the hands of Chase Smith. Inside, they'll feed it back out to Chase Smith. Over to Snyder. Or excuse me, that's Axline. Back out to Ebert. Ebert swings it over to Smith, and it'll be taken away here by Bear. Bear up the middle of the floor. Bear lays it up and lays it in. Christian Bear with his first two off the steal. And Coach Rodney Brown wants to take a timeout. 32-19, River Valley on top with 2:05 left here in the second quarter. You're listening to high school basketball here on WQEL and watching on the OH Report. Slips and, or excuse me, Chase Ebert slips and falls. We have a timeout again. We do.
Yep, Coach Sanders wants to talk it over.
Actually, that was River Valley taking the timeout.
Oh, what?
It was Ebert who fell to the floor.
I'm sorry, okay. All right.
We'll go ahead and keep it here since we just came
I didn't
back.
think River Valley would call one there, but they did.
Well, it was either that or you're going to commit a turnover, right? So far what you've seen, I mean, 32-19, River Valley with that 13-point advantage. But Galion kind of hanging around.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything that's really surprising, but, you know, to their credit, and to Coach Sanders has brought in some guys to kind of help out and, you know, get a little spark off the bench.
And it's a 10-10 tie in the second quarter. So if you're Coach Sanders, you got to be
you're not
happy with the way that
you're not.
They haven't played a perfect game, obviously.
Right, you're not happy with the score, but yes, your team is competing, and that's what you want to see with a young team that's, you know, struggling to get wins right now.
Smith over to Myers, into the corner. This is Axline, back out to Ebert.
Oh, Ebert took about 3 steps too many.
5 turnovers.
Chase thought he was shuffling out of the pocket to throw a pass and realized, oh no, this is basketball. I can't move my feet that many times. Chase is a good athlete. I'm just giving him a hard time.
So that's just 5 turnovers here.
Yeah.
For River Valley.
10 unofficially for the Tigers.
It'll be Miller. And ball's loose. Body's on the floor. Capretta picks it up, bounces it ahead to Miller.
Capretta hustling.
Yep, into the corner.
It's Albert.
This is Albert
He
for
nails
3,
it.
and he drills it. So the hustle of Capretta gets them to within 10. Do we have an answer? We do. Carter Myers with a 3 from the corner, and it's 35-22. River Valley with that 13-point advantage.
Just when you think they're going to, you know, cut it down to double figures, River Valley does that and extends the lead to 13.
So it'll be Flynn on the left point. 25 seconds to go here in the second. And Coach Sanders wants a timeout. With 21 seconds remaining here in the first half, it is River Valley 35, Galion 22. Timeout. We'll be right back. Anthony Conchel here with you from River Valley High School, where the Vikings have a 35-22 lead on Galion.
Got to mention about Saturday night, we got a game over with Colonel Crawford at Winford. Floor dedication for legendary coach Rob Sheldon. That's going to take place between games over at Winford with a 5 o'clock JV start.
The OH report will have it as well.
Excellent.
Carter Myers kicks it back out. This will be Smith on the wing between the legs, bounces it over to Snyder, right wing over to Ebert. Ebert drives inside, up, too strong, but he's fouled, and Chase Ebert to the line for two.
Yeah, Ebert kind of muscled his way in there, but going to get a chance at the free throw line to extend the lead before halftime. 3.6 on the clock and a 13-point Viking lead.
First one is good.
On our first broadcast of the new year, Jarrett, what do you say about that?
Happy New Year to everybody.
Absolutely. Hope everyone had a great holiday, and wishing everyone a good, successful, prosperous, and safe new year.
Did Santa bring you everything you wanted for Christmas, Anthony?
Oh, he always does.
The big man delivered?
Santa over-delivers in my house, Jared.
3.6 seconds on the clock.
Santa Rosina. I know she's not listening, but I'm going to throw her a shout out anyway.
37-22. River Valley gets the turnover here.
Never hurts, right?
No. 3.6 on the clock here in the first half.
And you've got your wonderful family here tonight, too. It's a great night for basketball.
Smith at the volleyball line. Lets it fly. Oh. And off the front side, it rolls off. No good. Missed. So at the half, it is 37-22. River Valley with a 15-point lead. They led by 13 after one. Extend the lead to 37-22. Stay tuned for the Ohio News Network halftime show here on WQEL. And when we come back, we'll recap the first half as well. 37-22 your score here at the half. River Valley on top of Galion. You're listening to the high school basketball here on WQEL and watching on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Winford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown. He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Whitford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change, yeah, it's time to
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Whitford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
Think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not.
22 our score. Started the third quarter here. And we will head right into the game. As River Valley with that 15-point advantage. Chase Ebert and River Valley with the basketball to start things off. Going baseline is Ebert and throws it off the bottom of the backboard out of bounds. Quick rundown of the numbers here from halftime. Max Albert with 7 points for Galion and a couple of rebounds. Jamison Glue with 5 points.
He's got 7, according to the scoreboard.
Who, Jamison Glue?
Yeah.
Oh, they both have 7 then.
Yep.
See, that's what happens when you...
Capretta breaks the trap.
And a missed. Was that a 3?
Yep.
Outlet pass to Ebert. Over to Weston on the right wing. Weston steps back. 15-footer is good from the right elbow. He's got 7. 41-22, now a takeaway here by Eli Snyder. And it will go to Myers, who misses the easy bunny, and then Capretta rips it out. And he'll go coast to coast and lay it in for his first 2. Dominic Capretta. 39-24, River Valley. It'll be Ebert to Smith, left wing, driving baseline. Skips it into the corner to Snyder. Drives, 5-footer, blocked by Miller. Into the hands here of Capretta. (39-24), and then a shove here by Chase Smith. First foul here of the third quarter.
Second on Chase.
Not a lot of juice in the gym here tonight, Anthony. It's just kind of, I don't know.
Thursday night, mid-season.
Still on Christmas holiday vacation here
be.
for the students. And Chase Smith with a takeaway and the oop to Carter Myers.
Nice follow by Myers.
That's 4 steals by Smith. Now it's going to be Myers. Myers, look out, folks. Oh, he comes up and misses it. And then a spin around offensive putback by Sawyer Weston.
He's going to hear about that, I'm sure, from his teammates.
9 points by Weston.
I think he wasn't sure if he wanted to dunk it or not.
I think you're right. He kind of bobbled it for a second. Chase Smith a step back, and it's no good. Snyder with the offensive rebound, though, here for the Vikings. Over to Weston. Back out to Ebert. To Smith. Smith driving. And a difficult scoop shot that's missed.
Yeah.
But he's also bumped and fouled. Yeah, kind of in between there from Carter Myers on that.
Yeah, I think he just wasn't sure. Do I slam it? Do I lay it in? And then, of course, he just kind of missed it. But as someone who's never been able to dunk, I don't know what that would feel like. But I think I would just throw it down. I don't think I would hesitate.
Well, I think he was also debating on passing it to a teammate.
Well, he did have some help there, so maybe he was, trying to be unselfish, and there's nothing wrong with that. So Smith misses a second.
And another takeaway.
Yeah.
This time by Snyder. This time Ebert drives into the lane and it spins out, and it's out of bounds. Last touched by Galion.
Unofficially 10 steals by River Valley by 4 different players. So that tells you what we talked about, Jared, the quickness, the experience of River Valley.
And really probably what hasn't been their best performance offensively this season, obviously, as Ebert misses a 3 from the corner, and it looks like it touched the rope.
As we said even last week during that girls' game over at Northmore, you get into this holiday break and teams get out of their routine and different schedule, different practice times, games on a Thursday night, tough to maintain that continuity.
Both teams have also had about a week off.
Yeah. Steal.
By Weston, but then it's stolen away by Flynn. And Flynn scoops it up no good, but he's shoved and fouled. Excuse me, that was Albert.
15 turnovers to 8, unofficially. 5:01 to go in the third quarter. And, River Valley's not playing a great game, but they still got a 20-point lead, Jared. That's what you got to look at if you're Coach Rodney Brown.
0-3 from the line now is Galion.
Yeah, that's.
But also, if you're Coach Sanders, I feel like your team probably hasn't played their best ball here tonight either.
No, and the turnovers, the missed free throws, all those little things.
Haven't played their best, but they certainly haven't helped themselves either with the turnovers, like you said. Second free throw is made here by Albert. He's got 8. And a 3 from the corner, and Eli Snyder. As he has 5 points now, 47-25. Capretta the other way, flying in, wave off the shot, offensive foul.
Okay.
Chase Ebert on the receiving end of that charge. That is the 3rd foul against Capretta as he heads to the bench.
Yeah, that's going to hurt them because he's been a, very active force both ends of the court for Galion. So
very young Galion team. Just up and down the roster.
What, 2 seniors?
They do have 5 seniors, but
two that play
really,
extensively.
Yes. Albert and Miller are really your main seniors on the court as Smith tries another 3 and he can't get it to fall. Rebound falls down to Albert. Here for Galion. With a 47-25 deficit. River Valley leading with 4:20 to play here in the third quarter. Left wing, this will be Weston Clark. Passes over to Albert on the right point. Albert holds it for a second, now finally finds Flynn, who stops on the right point and lets it fly and then misses it and airballs it out of bounds. And substitution, Luke Axline into the game for Eli Snyder for River Valley. 4:01 left here in the third quarter. They quickly bounce it in to Sawyer Weston into the front court, who skips it over to Hudson Pollock, who drives, scoops it up. No good, leaves it short, but an offensive rebound here by Axline. Skips it over. This is Ebert driving to the block, kicks it over to Pollock in the corner, who bobbles it and then loses it out of bounds.
Pollock with a nice drive. Just got a little too close to the rim and couldn't lay it in.
Glue over to...
Suffocating pressure by River Valley right now, but they get across the timeline.
Yeah, to Albert, to Walker in the corner, who gets it to fall.
Walker?
His first 3 points, 47-28. Now inside is Axline. Back out to Ebert. Ebert drives through a double team, picks up his dribble on the left elbow, finds Pollock. He's a terrific three-point shooter, but it's off the mark. Falls into the lap here of Weston Clark. Ahead to Flynn, working on the left point. Throws it over right wing to Clark. Clark gets a screen here from Walker. Picks up his dribble at the Viking logo at the volleyball line. Finally throws it here on the left wing to Flynn. Flynn drives to the middle of the floor. Leaves it to Clark, who tries a three. And it falls off the left side into the lap of Weston for River Valley, who gets it ahead to a driving Luke Axline, who once again is fouled on the shot attempt.
And once again, I keep saying it, but River Valley gets up and down the court so quickly.
.247 to play here in the third quarter. And Anthony, you have a story on this tonight?
I believe so, either tonight or early in the morning on Crawford County Now. We have Don Tudor here with some photos, so full coverage. Really the only game in Crawford County Now coverage area, so we're going to try to maximize that opportunity.
Also into the Marion County
Now, Crawford County Now, every county now. Pick a county.
Yeah. If you want to cover the state, we got the OH report.
Yes, sir. Hosting with a rebound.
Yeah. And a three ball in the corner from Hudson Pollock is missed. 48-28.
You said Hudson's a good free throw shooter, or three-point shooter, and you jinxed him. He's missed two now.
I also jinxed him earlier on a free throw
There
attempt.
you
That's
go.
just what I do. Bear a three. He is a great three-point shooter, right?
Tonight, so far.
Drills it on his first three attempt of the night.
Yeah, he was until Jared Moore curse gets him, and he probably won't make another one.
Ian Axline on the drive. He's seen his first minutes here tonight.
No, Jared, the idea isn't for schools to not want us to come cover their games.
Well, this is a nice one for us to cover, though.
Well, it is, because we're both literally minutes away.
It'll be Ian Axline in the corner. Now to the middle of the paint. Nice.
Oh, muscled his way in,
Back
the big
in.
fella.
Back in on the defense, and then he just is able to turn around and lay it off the glass. 50-31. And almost a turnover here, but Flynn into the front court to Walker. Picks up his dribble in the near side corner, bounces it out to the logo. This is Clark driving right of the lane. Clark back to the basket. Feeds it on an almost travel to Tinch, who misses it, but then Flynn with a takeaway, but he can't connect. And now Carter Myers underneath. Lays it in. That was from Ian Axline on the pass, and it's 52-31. 1:20 to play here, third quarter. Takeaway by the Vikings, ahead to Myers, who's fouled.
20 turnovers unofficially for the Tigers, and starting to kind of pile up a little bit here. Can't seem to get under that 20-point margin here. Got a timeout. Got shoes being tied, and one kid looks like he got hit in the nose or the face.
Just a lot going on.
Kind of gathering themselves there, but Myers back at the free throw line, and he makes it.
is a nice bright spot for River Valley is their free throw shooting tonight.
What are they, Jared?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of 12.
Well, Coach Brown's going to be happy with that.
May not have had the best offensive shooting night as he makes the second as well.
So 11 of 13. I think most coaches will take that.
Carter has 15 points.
Game high.
1 minute remaining here in the third quarter. It'll be Miller out to Walker, who got away with a walk. Gets it over to Miller on the wing, and he'll drain a three. Quinn Miller. And this is Axline. Skips it over to Myers. Myers steps back, and no answer there, but an offensive rebound by Axline inside. Kicks it into the corner. Pollock. Yeah, I jinxed him. Jeez. It's my fault. Miller throws it, and it's taken away here by Osting.
Big fella going to the ground, going to the floor to get the ball.
We have Axline to Myers. Back to Myers from Osting. He's a great three-point shooter. I say that as he drilled it through the basket. Miller, no good off the glass to end the third quarter. It's 57-34. River Valley in control here in Caledonia. Stay tuned for quarter number 4 here on WQEL and the OH Report.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Whitford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up.
Back here on WQEL and the OH Report. Jared Moore, Anthony Conchel here with you. Galion with the basketball coming out for the fourth quarter. River Valley with a 57-34 lead. The Miller Bear, along with Capretta and a couple others that are new. Parker Tench and Jack Reinhardt on the floor for Galion. Fans going to travel. It's not there. Bear instead stops on the block. Back out to Capretta. Capretta hands it back to Tench. Right wing. Guns a three. Leaves it short. And a rebound by Reinhardt to a slashing Tench who lays it up and in. And right off the bat, Coach Sanders calls a timeout. 57-36. We'll take one as well. River Valley leading Galion here in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back. Jared Moore, Anthony Conchel with you here in Caledonia as River Valley has a 57-36 lead on top of Galion. 7:15 to play here in the game. Backdoor pass to Snyder from Ebert is turned over as he throws it into the Viking bench. Oh, they've been on
10 turnovers for the Vikings.
10 turnovers.
Which, again, isn't horrible, but
Probably not the kind of game that, but like you said, you're coming out of holiday break.
it's really hard to gauge these games over the break.
And a foul and a basket from Quinn Miller.
Quinn Miller's been quiet, but he's starting
Picked
to
up
heat
here
up
in the second half. He now has, I have him with 7 points.
He's got 7, going for 8.
So the and one opportunity for Miller, and he drains it. He's got 8, 57-39. River Valley with the lead. Smith to Ebert. Ebert to the free throw line, kicks it to Weston. Weston lobs it into the corner. This is Ian Axline, who skips it near side to Snyder. Tries a 3, and he just leaves it short. And it's last touched by Galion, out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Vikings.
To be able to provide careful analysis of a business.
Hey, I lost you for a second. I'm going to send it back after this commercial, all right?
Raleigh gets the ball back.
It'll be Weston over to Ebert. On the left wing, near side or far side corner, that's Smith, who dumps it down to Snyder with the scoop shot, no good. Inside rebound by Capretta, but he turns it over into the hands of Weston with the steal. And he'll go to the line as he was bumped and fouled.
It's 3 steals for Weston by my count. $15 steals unofficially.
He leaves the free throw short.
You know, we said that River Valley came in averaging about 66 per game, and they're at 57 with 6:15 to go. Not going to be one of their higher scoring games. Misses both.
No, definitely not. There's been a lot of opportunities missed for both teams, and maybe they all stayed up too late on New Year's Eve.
Well, I did.
So did I. Wasn't the smartest of decisions.
Never is.
Ebert running the floor, and a nice drive by Chase Ebert, who lays it up and in from the left side. 59-39, almost another takeaway here by the Vikings, but Capretta picks it up and works his way into the front court. Head of the key, working on Weston. Spends at the free throw line, trying to bump his way down to the block. Fadeaway Jay off the glass, no good. Ball tipped around into the hands of Parker Tinch, who's able to lay it in. 59-41. This is Smith in the corner. Skips it out to Ebert, right wing. Dumps it down to Ian Axline, who stops on the right block. Turns around and lays it in from the front side. Ian Axline. A multitude of Axlines have gone through this high school.
Yes, they have.
Weston with the steal. Weston with the drive, and Weston with the basket. A quiet 11 for Sawyer Weston. And Galion. Capretta almost turns it over, and into the front court, it's knocked out of bounds by Chase Ebert.
And I can tell you from being at the middle school where my wife helps out teaching, there's some more Axlines coming along. They're not done. There's a few more young ones coming up in the middle school, so just don't think that bloodline has run dry, because it hasn't.
Of course, Dick and his wife over at the scorer's table.
Great family here at River Valley.
And a foul here. This is going to be a 2-shot foul. They're going to say he was in the act of shooting.
He was kind of pivoting into the lane and put it up as he was fouled.
This is Max Albert to the line, shooting 2. 63-41. River Valley on top. That's the third foul here on Chase Smith. Free throw is missed.
And this is where you just, you can kind of cut into that lead a little bit, but when you start missing free throws down the stretch, it's not going to be good when you're playing from behind, as Galion has pretty much all game. Misses both.
Yep. Rebound ripped down here by Snyder. And a quicker up the floor was Sawyer Weston ahead of the pack from Chase Ebert. 65-41. Into the front court. Here is Flynn. And a timeout quickly here by Coach Tyler Sanders. 60-second timeout. And we'll take one as well. 65-41. River Valley on top. 4:25 left here in the game.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Winford opens up the second half with a kick return touchdown.
Back here on WQEL and the OH Report, 65-41. River Valley leading Galion. Here with 4:25 left in the game.
And Jared, just looking ahead, River Valley's at the top of the league right now. Question is, can they stay there? And Galion's near the bottom, and question for them is, can they move up?
Yep.
Turnover stole by
Axline with the steal, and then Glue with the steal on the other end. And then Glue turns it over. He giveth and he taketh away, Anthony. Substitutions for River Valley. Number 2, Peyton Ross into the game. It'll be Weston on the right point here for the Vikings. Into the corner. This is Ian Axline. Back out to Ross. Head of the key. Over to Weston. Weston on the left point to the free throw line. Kicks it near side wing. This is a 3 from Ian Axline, and he drains it.
Nice looking shot by Ian.
68-41. Glue being hounded up the court. Now passes off to Flynn on the baseline, and he'll step on the sideline, and turn it over.
Coach Sanders still coaching his team, telling his guys not to get into that trap situation, which has kind of hurt them pretty much throughout the game tonight, Jared. They kind of get themselves caught in that area along the baseline or along the sideline and turn the ball over.
This one's last touched by Max Albert of Galion, so stays here with the Vikings, who lead at 68-41. 3:15 left in the game.
Max with 8 points. I don't want to say he single-handedly kept them in this, but he's done a lot to keep his team competitive tonight.
Snyder tries to fire a pass, and there's Albert able to keep it away from Hudson Pollock, who was underneath the basket. So River Valley to inbound from left of the backboard. There's Ross as it's stripped away. And then they'll feed it inside to Albert. Does Galion with the takeaway. And a 3 banked off, no good. And then a foul here on the rebound going the other way.
Flynn with a long 3, and 2 River Valley players and Albert all kind of came together there for a little crash test dummy type of action where there were bodies flying around. We've got another stoppage.
Host of substitutions. Jack Reinhardt, Parker Tinch.
Number 11. Cameron Smith in for the Tigers.
Jackson Manley into the game, and Christian Bear, excuse me. This will be Ian Axline. Throws it over to Luke Axline. Back to Ian on the right point, driving. And Ian Axline stops and feeds it to Ross, who rips it out, gives it out to Luke Axline, driving left of the lane, lobs it inside to Hudson Pollock. Over to Ross. Ross blocked by Tinch. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Ian, who gets it out of the pack to Luke Axline. Luke with the lay-in off the glass.
Nice
He drove the right side.
Nice move by Luke.
Looked like a rugby scrum.
Yep.
Now Parker Tinch leaves it short on a lay-in, and then I think we're just going to have a substitution here. Well, Coach Sanders is going to take some time to talk to his guys instead. Timeout on the floor, 70-41, River Valley on top. We'll be back.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Winford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let 'em know.
2:04 to go.
Report, 70-41. We were just told to go, you know. We're just
Right.
yeah. No countdown, no nothing, just go.
You got to be alert.
We're always on our toes.
Uh-huh. Pollock with the rebound there off the miss.
Yep, inside to Ross. He leaves it short. Hudson Pollock with a rebound here for River Valley to keep it offensively with 1:40 to go. They lead 70-41. Ellis McFarland. There's also Colton Lang.
Mm-hmm.
There's Peyton Ross from the left wing. Lets it fly. Banks it in. That'll get the crowd up and going.
The bank is open late on Thursday night in Caledonia.
They were looking to get him the ball and get him some points. The senior for River Valley doesn't get much playing time.
No, brought a nice ovation from the crowd here, so always good to see that.
And extends the lead out.
Sure does.
(73-41). River Valley in command with 50 seconds remaining. It'll be Ian Axline over to Ross, along to airballs it. Hudson Pollock saves it, but he steps on the side and the baseline out of bounds.
13.
Biggest takeaway from this game, Anthony? I know it's been kind of a lull here late.
Biggest takeaway is even when River Valley doesn't play its best, they're still a pretty good team. There's a lot of things to clean up, and I'm sure Coach Brown will tell me that when I talk to him in a little bit. But, yeah, I think it shows that.
Another turnover here by Galion.
I think it shows two things. One, River Valley's still very talented. Galion has a lot of work to do with the young team, which, these are not surprises. Things we knew coming in, but one thing I saw is a lot of kids on both benches got extended playing time tonight. And I think that bodes well for both programs. Wasn't just the starters. We're 12-13 deep right now, so.
Ian Axline drives, kicks it out. This is Lang with 11 seconds and lets it fly and misses. Or excuse me, that was Ellis McFarland. And it goes out of bounds. And it'll go to Galion with 6.8 on the clock. Our next game, Anthony, is Saturday over on WBCO.
Yep,
So.
Winford and Colonel Crawford.
And a 3 at the buzzer is off the mark to end it. And River Valley will win 73-41. That's your final score here from Caledonia. Stay tuned for the post-game show. That's coming up here on the OH Report and WQEL.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can't move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go harder, put your game face on.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Winford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. Yeah, the first step is showing up, hear them cheer. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. We're blowing up, hear them cheer. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. Ruthless, ruthless. Give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless.
Got our MVP here. Asked him a few questions. What happened during the game when you had that wide open layup?
I've just been coming off of sickness. It's been tough, but there's really no excuse.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna hammer it, but it's all right. What does it mean playing Galion in the conference?
I mean, we're at the top, but like, we just gotta come out here and take care of business no matter who we're playing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And few other things, ball movement and defense. How you feel about that?
First half, our ball movement wasn't very good. I think we picked it up in the second half, though.
Yeah, I think so too. Yep. Oh yeah, had a great Christmas. What'd you get for Christmas?
Had some headphones, some clothes. That's about it.
Yep, same for me. Yep. Carter Myers, our MVP.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Whitford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
All right, we are back here at Caledonia at River Valley High School. No, this is not Jared Moore. No, this is not Anthony Conchel. This is Adam Thompson and Brandon Moore. They left. So while they're tearing down and heading back to Wbco-Wqel headquarters, Brandon and I, we don't even have a camera, Brandon. Where'd our camera go? It's not you, I don't think.
Go here.
Yeah. Well,
are we on?
There we go. I was going to say, who needs a camera when we're really here just to wrap things up? And we got stats for everybody. Cool. So let's take a look at those final stats. Brought to you by Marion County Now. And there you have it. 41-73 was your final. River Valley quietly pulled away from this. It seemed like Galion was sneaking around, trying to stay with them towards that into the first half. And then all of a sudden, turnovers, as you see there for Galion, kind of creeping in, 22. It's hard to win any game with 22 turnovers, let alone if you're going to try to take on the best team in the MOAC, being River Valley. What'd you see out here tonight? Did you see anything from Galion that showed potential for something to grow on, or is this just one of those tough years?
Well, these guys have a lot of athleticism, I think, and they have potential. With just the right scheme and system, I definitely think they can excel, especially in the future. Just River Valley, a really talented team, and they're going to shoot you out of the court every night.
No, you're very right on that. This is quite the challenge coming back right after the holiday break. But sometimes those challenges you need. Sometimes you need just kind of knocked around a little bit and have that dust in there and be like, hey, are we for real? Is this how we're going to do this?
For sure.
So there you go, the stats there. 18 twos for Galion. From the land of three, they did knock down 5, but against a team like River Valley, who just seems to be chucking them up constantly.
Yeah, they're firing all cylinders.
with some decent success, too. 28 rebounds. We had them for unofficially 22 turnovers. And for River Valley, 22 field goals, 6 of those 3. So I'm trying to brag them up. They didn't have too many more than Galion this evening. But where they were succeeding was in the rebounds and just the toughness. River Valley was just was quicker tonight on the snap. I would say on everything. They were right where they needed to be when they needed to be a little bit sharper. And when you're talking about teams that have seen each other as often as these have as conference foes, you've got to be the sharper team on the evening. So that will wrap things up. I'll give you one look at the quarter-by-quarter score. River Valley kind of just knocked the doors off in the first and second. Third quarter, they pulled away from it as well. And so that's how you have that final score of 41-73 from Caledonia. We do want to thank everybody that showed up here tonight. Jared Moore, Anthony Conchel, Joe Baylog, Mark Polinger.
Yeah, everybody.
I'm pretty sure Josh Banks was probably here at one point in this evening because of a Galion game. So this was almost like a holiday party for the OH Report. And speaking of, we just wrapped up the holiday hoopla over the weekend. 18 games. We just streamed them back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And we're right back at it. And speaking of back at it, tomorrow night, Friday, we've got a whole slew. Colonel Crawford taking on Winford Girls. That'll be on WQEL. We'll be teaming up with Josh Stallings. We got Chippewa at Hillsdale on our YouTube 1. We've also got a highlight of Pleasant Shelby Girls. Delaware Hayes and Big Walnut Boys down in Big Walnut. Jared Moore, have a wonderful, safe evening. And we got Buckeye Central Girls taking on Upper Sandusky. That's all coming up tomorrow night on the OH Reports. Without any talent, without anybody left except a camera guy and a producer, I think that's going to do it for this game tonight.
Yeah.
But what a great one. We'll catch you on the next one, everybody, and be safe. And where are we at in the holidays? What do you got to wish everybody? Just continue a Happy New Year. Don't forget to try to not give up on those resolutions. So did you make up a resolution already?
No, actually, I had no resolution, but I did hear of a Quitter's Day. It's like next Friday or something where everyone quits their resolution.
Oh, that's going to put my gym out of business. I have a gym I start up this time of year. There really is no gym. It's just you could pay me $10 a month, and I come up with a daily excuse on why you don't have to show up. That's going to do it for Brandon and myself. Thank you, everybody, at the OH Report. We will catch you at a live stream soon.